There was a time I couldn't understand why I kept tripping over my own feet. I'd have plans to move forward, but somehow I'd end up right back at square one. It took some honest reflection to see it. I was sabotaging myself, often without even realizing. I was my own obstacle, pushing myself down with worries, skipping steps, and giving up too soon. One day I looked in the mirror and promised I would build habits to help me heal rather than harm myself. I decided to create a daily routine that felt gentle and nurturing, one aimed at healing all those little wounds I was unknowingly keeping open. I started by waking up just a bit earlier, giving myself precious minutes before the day's demands began. In those quiet moments, I sat on the edge of the bed and took deep, steady breaths. I said to myself things I needed to hear, that I was capable, that small steps were okay, that today could be different. These quiet affirmations became a kind mirror, reflecting back support and patience instead of blame. Next, I reached for a journal before even checking my phone. On blank pages, I let words flow. Any frustration, fear, or doubt I felt, I simply wrote down. Then I turned the page and noted something I was grateful for or a positive goal. It felt like I was transferring weight off my shoulders onto the paper. By doing this, I treated my mind like a friend in need, listening, understanding, and gently guiding it away from negative loops. I also knew I needed to care for my body as part of this healing, so I started the day with a slow stretch or a short walk outside. No headphones, just noticing the morning light. Feeling my feet on the ground and my lungs fill with air somehow reminded me that I deserved this moment. I ate a nourishing breakfast, sitting down to really taste each bite instead of eating on the fly. Small acts like these whispered, "You matter," to my tired nervous system. As the day went on, I checked in with myself. Whenever I felt the urge to criticize myself or rush, I paused. I might close my eyes and take 3 full breaths or grab a sip of water mindfully. If a negative thought like "I'm not good enough" crept in, I quietly spoke to it. I acknowledged its presence and then reminded myself of a kind truth, like a friend would. Each time I did this, the old habit of self-doubt lost a bit of its power. Midday, I took a real break instead of pushing through exhaustion. I would step outside, maybe sit on a bench in the sun, and just be present for a few minutes. I didn't open my work to-do list, I just let my mind wander or wrote a couple of free-floating lines in my journal about the sky, the breeze, or a tiny victory from the morning. These small pauses were like medicine, healing the overworked parts of my day. As evening approached, I wrapped up any lingering tasks with kindness. I made sure to tidy my space, putting away the work by shutting my laptop. Then I did another quick journal session, not to criticize, but to honor what I'd done. I noted even the little wins and how I felt proud I didn't give in to the old habits of doubt. It was like tucking those successes into bed so I could sleep knowing I was on the right track. I learned that healing isn't linear. I still slip sometimes, but building this daily routine of compassion and care turned every little slip into just a speed bump instead of a fall. Each habit I added was like placing a soft cushion under my goals, breathing before reacting, writing out the heaviness, stretching with intention. I stopped viewing myself as the problem and started seeing myself as someone who deserved every chance to grow and succeed. Now each day feels like a step toward a healthier me. I wake up and choose to nurture, not hurt my mind. The self-sabotage has weakened. I'm stronger in those moments of doubt. If I ever start to fall back into old patterns, I remind myself of this routine, a ritual of small, healing habits that keeps me moving forward. No loud proclamations, just a gentle promise to treat myself as kindly as I would a dear friend. It's a quiet routine, but it's changing me from the inside out.